Yeah, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. This is your home girl, uh, Barboza. 914 Washington County, New York, coming to you with another video. Yo, I know it's after 10 o'clock in the morning. I just got home. I just, I didn't even take the bus. I ended up just walking here. So I left from downtown around 8:30, and now I'm home. I'm home way before lunchtime. I'm here way before 10:30 in the morning. I was gonna go live on my StreamYards, but then I decided I don't want to drop the link because I just want to talk. You know what I mean? People can typically type in the chat. People can typically type in the chat, man. For real, for real. Yeah, man. So I tell you, you guys, unbelievable what's going on these YouTube streets. We got people who say they want to do the right thing, but they always end up doing the wrong thing. You ever heard that term, if you do the right thing will follow you? Have you ever heard that term? I think I've heard that term plenty of times when I was growing up, but I always knew in the back of my mind that that was a fucking lie. I already knew in the back of my mind that that was a fucking lie. You know, it is what it is. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah, so I've been thinking on how to prove my point about certain things and certain individuals and certain belief systems. And the best way to do it is to be visual with it. You know, it is what it is. So I'm more likely, you know, I do the live videos. Sometimes I do the uploads, but I mostly like to do my short videos. Because my short videos to me are so much better, you know, than going live all the time. You know, you can go live, but I don't know how many times during the day, or you can choose not to go live. You can choose to sit in a chat somewhere and you can have an opinion about what the content is about, or you can stay silent. And in some cases, in certain chats, I reserve the right to stay silent, especially when I know that the content is not going to change course. The person that's doing the content is not going to change their mind. And it is what it is. And sometimes people believe their own lies. Some people believe in the fantasy world that they have built for themselves. Basically. And it's kind of creepy. It's weird and it's creepy. It's not productive. And it's stupid. In my opinion. And that's the way I think. That's the way I really think about things. What's going on in this sector. We got religious hypocrites. We got hypocrites calling hypocrites hypocrites. We got motherfuckers on this app who call themselves revealing this and revealing that about certain individuals on this platform, but they're not revealing anything. What they're actually doing is doxing the people. They're doxing them. They're doxing their real name. They're doxing their address. They're doxing certain information about the people because everything is not public information. A lot of people will tell you certain things are public information Yeah. Like what your address is at. That's public information. You know what I mean? Where you live. That's public. But where you work, that's private. Who you're related to, that's private. Whether you're married or single, that's private. How many children you got, that's private. But we got some people in this sector of this platform who do not know anything about boundaries. They don't know anything about it. They really don't. They think they're being smart. They think they're being helpful. They think they're being witty. How smart and witty are you when you're actually doxing someone? We got mugs on this platform who say they can hear someone talking about them, but they don't respond right away. Well, I do. I do. Because that doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you, if you hear somebody saying something negative about you, why would you not respond? And some people say, well, I'm getting my receipts together. No, you're getting your lies together. You're getting your lies together. Because people would rather believe falsehood and a lie rather than believe the truth. Like a lot of people believe that there was once a dude named Jesus and he died on the cross for everyone's sins. That is the biggest hooey. That is the biggest lie I've ever heard in my whole fucking life. And the ones that lied to you got you worshiping a God that doesn't even fucking look like you. These people are stupid. They don't know how to think. They don't know how to ask questions. They're afraid to ask questions. That's the way I see it. Yeah, that's the way I see it, man. For real, for real. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say about the people in the sector, but it just seemed like to me, and this is my opinion, Armando Black came back on these YouTube streets. Why did he come back? He came back to defend Predator 101 because everyone sees that he has a mod stick and Biz channel or vice versa. I don't give a fuck. It's crazy. It's crazy on these YouTube streets. He ain't the only one. He ain't the only one. It's a whole lot of going on these YouTube streets. We see it. We hear it. Do we acknowledge it? I don't know. Not for real. But I'll probably redo the video I did a few weeks ago where we talked about certain belief systems and certain religions so people don't get it twisted. Because I've been noticing a lot lately. Especially on social media, where certain Christian groups or certain churches are trying to push their religious beliefs on the rest of us. And those of us that know that God is not a spirit, God is not a ghost, God is not a spook, only thing you got to do is look in the mirror and see God. Arm, leg, arm, head. Period. Period. And if you want to talk about Jesus dying on the cross, only thing you got to do is look in a history book. Go to a museum. When they talk about Jesus was crucified, who are they really talking about? The black man, the black woman, and the black child. That is who they talking about. They're not talking about some mythical character, some dreamlike state character, a spirit from somewhere, or some other kind of personality. Jesus is who you see when you look in the mirror. That's who Jesus is. Like I said before, arm, leg, arm, head. Allah. ALLAH. Those are 5 letters in one word. 72 degrees times 5 is what? 360 degrees. What is the man and woman? The black man, the black woman. The black man is who? God of the universe, the maker, the cream of the earth. That's who he is. Who is the black woman? She's an original woman. She's the first woman. She's the queen mother. She's the goddess, queen, mother of all civilization and of the universe. So the black man is knowledge, the black woman is wisdom, and the black child is understanding. 360 degrees, 180, 180, 180. And y'all want to believe a lie that people tell you. If people will believe that Jesus Christ and so some kind of other 2 ghosts, Father, God, and the Holy Ghost, are one person, you don't know anything about math, you don't know anything about common sense, you don't know anything about being an independent thinker, you don't know anything about critical thinking, you don't know anything about asking questions. You are a zombie. You are a sheeple. You are a follower. That's why we got so much problems on this platform. That's why we got so much problems on this fucking platform, not only on social media, but in real life too. In real life too. We got a lot of issues going on. We got black people worshiping a God that looks European to me. And they tell you, and they tell me that that's God. We all know that's a fucking lie. That's their God. That's who they are. Why would God of the universe would want to allow any of his children to be sacrificed for a whole bunch of strangers, a whole bunch of people that he doesn't fucking know, or he doesn't have any real feelings for, and he knows that these people don't love him back? It doesn't make any common sense. It doesn't make any common sense. That's why we got a lot of people on this app who be doing a whole lot of false flagging. They cyberbully, cyber stalk, cyber harass. They dox people. And the same people that do that bullshit call themselves Christians. They say that they believe in God. Many, many years ago, a couple of centuries ago, there was a thing called the Christian Crusades. And in Spain, for close to a little over 300 years, there was the Spanish Inquisition that was run by and funded by the Roman Catholic Church. The same people that said that they worship God. They use his name. What's the name that they use? Jesus. I don't give a fuck what nobody say to me. Jesus is nothing but the name of a slave ship. Jesus is nothing but a name of a fucking slave ship. Why would you want to listen to a bunch of people who tell you this is right, this is wrong? And these are the same people, when they lived in the caves of Europe, they were eating their babies. They were eating their dead. They were eating each other. When they came to North America, they ate the Native Americans that they wanted to eat. Shout out to the chat. When they killed certain black people in this country during slavery and during Jim Crow, they used to have picnics. Don't you know they were eating those people? But you want to believe them. You want to believe what they tell you, who they telling you who God is. That is so stupid. That God don't even look nothing like you. You're foolish to believe that. And that's why we got a lot of people running around with all these inflated egos, and they're nothing but zombies. They're nothing but sheeple. They're nothing but followers. Why you think there's so much child abuse and abuse of women in the world going on? Why you think people find it so easy to kill one another? Because they worship a God that doesn't fucking exist. They believe in something that is not fucking real. That is a mental illness. And the only reason, I'm going to tell you why. The only reason why they would send anyone to prison is to get you to submit, to force you to submit. That's the only reason, because you wasn't following the program, not because you committed some terrible crime. You know how many people is in fucking prison for embezzlement? That means stealing money. Why were they stealing the money? If you really ask them, what was the leading cause of why they were stealing the money? They were stealing the money to get something, to own something, to possess something, to stabilize a certain situation in their life. And then later on down the road, they figured, well, they got away with it, so they continue to do it, and they continue to do it. And that's when the charge becomes larger and larger because of the amount of money that was stolen. But what's the biggest crime? Stealing people, raping people, killing people, or stealing money? People got their priorities all fucked up, all twisted, all mixed up, and that's the way I see it. Shout out to the chat. Good morning, daughter of Zion. Yeah, man. So that's the way that's why we got so much trouble in the fucking world, because they believe in a God that doesn't fucking exist. This God doesn't breathe. This God doesn't eat. This God doesn't sit down. This God doesn't do anything but pass judgment according to them, according to their words, according to their understanding. And why would you want to believe somebody whose ancestors lived in caves? These people are the children of Dr. Yakub. These people are the product of Dr. Yakub. They are the devil. They are the demon. They are the cave dwellers. That's why I don't understand why people actually like, yeah, we believe this, we believe that. You believe in nothing. That's why you have nothing. People say, well, I've heard people say, well, they got millions of dollars in the bank. Uh, could it be that they have millions of debt bills in their bank account? They don't have any gold. They don't have any silver. They don't have any diamond. They don't have any oil because they don't own land anywhere. They don't fucking own land anywhere. And when they did have ownership, here come the demon, here come the devil, here come the children of Dr. Yakub, tricking them out of what they possessed. I'm telling you, man, these people are twisted. These people are twisted. Right is wrong and wrong is right. And people say I'm biased. I see exactly why I am biased. I see exactly why. Because some of the people that are getting drugged through the coals and dragged and destroyed are the same people that everybody seems to want to turn their back on or want to pile up against. You know what I mean? So when certain people come into my circle and I like them, I like rocking out with them. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If me and you, we cool like that, we cool like that until circumstances change. Because things can change very quickly. Word is bond. Yo, so that's the only thing I have to say in this fucking video. I see all the fuck shit that's going on in this sector. And I see that nobody is willing to speak up on it. Everybody all of a sudden is quiet. Everybody all of a sudden can't open their fucking mouth. You know what I mean? And when Johnny Blaze was live yesterday, right? And Armando Black had hit the link. I don't mean no harm. Queen was in the chat and she was typing. I wish Queen would have hit that link. That way she could have confronted Armando Black. That's what I think should have happened, but it didn't. It didn't happen that way. He just can't leave he can't leave well enough alone. He wants to cause problems. He wants to cause confusion. He wants to bring chaos. He's not coming here to clear up nothing. He's not coming up here to set nobody free. What does he do in his real life? For real, for real. What do most doxers do in their real fucking life? What are they fixing by coming to the fucking social media, talking about they fixing this and doing that and letting people know the whoop-de-whoop when their own lives are fucked up? For real, man. That's the way I see it. Good morning, Uncle L. Yeah, that's the way I see it. And there's no other way of seeing it. And I be seeing a whole lot of other shit on this platform. And people think I don't see. People think I don't hear, and people think I don't know. I don't have to keep beating on a dead horse. I don't have to keep saying the same thing over and over. But I am gonna say this. I ain't listening to nobody that I know is a born liar. I'm not. I'm not listening to anyone that has been proven to be a lie. Oh, we all lie. Everyone on this platform tells lies. Everyone. And we ain't got no angels here. We got gods that don't even know that they're gods. They look in the book and say, well, let me sing these hymns. Let me sing these church hymns to a spirit that can't fucking hear you. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets, man. The only thing that can enter the human body without your permission is the human voice. It's music itself. Because everyone has a voice box. Everyone has those vocal cords. They're there for a reason. They're not there to be silent. They're not there to collect dust. Everyone has one. Everyone has one. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. But I'm not going to listen to anyone that actually believes that God is a spirit and God doesn't look like them. I'm not going to waste any more time. So most of the shit is going to be looked on like, it's entertainment. These people don't know who the fuck they are. They don't even know their real name. I don't think black people in this country really understand the concept of who they really fucking are. They want to believe that they are Native American, that some want to call themselves African, some of them want to call themselves West Indians or whatever, Middle Eastern people or whatever the case may be, Europeans, Black Europeans, whatever. Black people better wake up. You are the original people of the earth. We were here first before any other race. We are the original race. And God is not a spirit. God is not a ghost. God is not a phantom. He's right in the mirror. And a lot of people don't believe that. They don't believe that. What you think, so shall you are. So shall you be. You are the physical manifestations of your mental capabilities. And I learned that by talking to the poor righteous teachers. Not by talking to a Roman Catholic priest, not talking to a church pastor or a deacon or a bishop or a cardinal or none of them other floozies. None of them other clowns, man. If you ever notice that all these people that I just mentioned, the pastor, the bishop, the cardinal, the pope, different elders in the church, if you ever notice, they all wear robes? Huh? Don't they wear doesn't members of the Ku Klux Klan wear robes as well? So that's white supremacy right in your face and you don't see it. No wonder we can't get along with each other. They put different divisions for us. You know what I mean? That's why we can't get along on this app. We can't. There is no coming together. There is no let's stop the divide. The divide is already there. The divide was born before you was even thought of. Shout out to the chat. So it is what it is. Hey, Mrs. Baker. Mrs. Baker, why are you hiding in the bushes? You ain't gotta hide in the bush. So that's Uncle L. That's Mrs. Baker, daughter of Zion, and Kiss My Cheeks. Yeah, man. But it's just like the way I said. I'm putting it on all messages. Because for some reason, yeah, okay. Yeah, now I can read the chat more clear. But yeah, man. So I got home and I was able to fix myself some spaghetti. I'm going to pour me some water and I'm going to take me a nap. And whatever happens on these YouTube streets, it just happens. Because mugs don't want to listen to the real deal anyway. They rather listen to a bunch of lies and a bunch of propaganda anyway. Why would anybody? Why? I mean, it is what it is, man. People say, well, they did X, Y, and Z. They allowed X, Y, and Z in their groups. They kept talking to X, Y, and Z. So were they. Everyone wants to point their fingers and say, well, this one over here was dealing with that one over there, but I wasn't involved. Yet everyone. Before anyone finds out what kind of jacket, what kind of criminal background anyone in the sector has, everyone fucks with each other. Everyone associates with each other. Before anybody finds out, oh, this one, X, Y, and Z. People just don't get it. People say they don't like thieves. Well, I'm a thief. Okay? That's why I went to prison. I'm a thief. And I took what I wanted by fucking force. I didn't go and write checks. I didn't go to a place and accumulate the money little by little. No, I went into an establishment and I fucking robbed it. I took it. Oh fuck, I'm gonna sneak around and just take something. If I wanted that bad, I will take it. I took it. And then, of course, they said, well, we're going to send you to this Department of Corrections. For what? For what reason? Because I was never reformed. I was never rehabilitated. I didn't change. I just got older. That's all. From the age of what? 22 to 28. That's all I spent when I was there. 6 years, 7 months. How old am I now? I'm 52. Oops, I'll be 53 next month. I'll be 53 next month. My birthday is March the 18th, 1973. I know my father's name. I know my mother's name. They're not on my birth certificate because they didn't fucking raise me. Because we had a bunch of jerk-offs didn't mind their own fucking business. So if you really want something out of life, you just can't ask for it. You can't ask. Sometimes if people feel like, let's say that I'm sitting in this house, right? And Kiss My Cheeks is my next door neighbor. And she knocks on my door and says, well, Miss Arabia, can you give me a cup of sugar? I give her the cup of sugar. She go back in her house. I might not see Kiss My Cheeks no more until the next month. Then one day, I leave and go on a trip. I take a trip to New York. for 2 weeks. I come back, my house is burglarized. Who did it? Was it Kiss My Cheeks? I don't know. It might be one of Kiss My Cheek relative. I don't know. Sometimes people will ask you for what they want. Some people will take what they want. You know what I mean? Word. That's reality. I never came on here and said, well, you know what? I'm an angel and I'm going to sing all these gospel hymns and sing gospel music all day long. La, 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 la. No. I told you all who I was years ago. And I keep saying it over and over and over again. That's what I do. That's what I do. So I hope everyone double tap the screen as you're sitting there. And if you can hit the Cash App. You can hit the Cash App. You know, everybody in this sector know my Cash App. For real, for real. And I take donations from people that got avatars and people that don't have avatars. Whether you're showing your real face or not, I accept all Cash App donations. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yo. So I'm getting ready to close out this video. So I'm going to make a public announcement. Attention all inmates. The yard is now closed. The yard is now closed. And that's it. Peace. One.